Hello. If your craft business is relying on selling physical products, you are running a very fragile business system. So I know this because I started kind of like this. At first, I kind of thought, if I did more rugs, if I did more sewing, if I had more inventory, if I did more markets, if I worked more hours, I would have a successful craft business. But eventually, I realized I was working way too hard for the amount of income that I was actually generating. Let's be honest. It is really hard to make money just selling your crafts. So here's what changed for me. I realized there was an entire ecosystem of opportunities that went well beyond what I was actually physically making and selling. And the real opportunity is something that is surrounding your products, but you probably don't even realize it's there for you. So once you start to realize that you can actually earn income from your products, not from just selling the physical products, absolutely everything is going to change how you run your business, and you will figure out that you have to actually slow down so that you can speed up your income. So hi everyone, if you're new here, I'm Jolene. I am home Stitchery Decor. That's what I do. I am a creator, I'm a YouTube owner, I am a craft business owner, I am an author, I am an educator at the local college based on the book that I wrote. I sew products, I sell products, I create tutorials, I write content, I use affiliate marketing, I run everything through Shopify, and I make YouTube tutorials for people like you. So the biggest mind shift I ever had was realizing that you don't have to rely on selling your physical products to run your creative business. You can create an entire ecosystem around what you already do. And this is where your real scalability is going to happen for you. Let's be honest about physical products for a minute. You only have so many hours in the day. Your hands can only create so much. You can only attend so many markets, and you can only sew so many rugs, for instance, if you're sewing rugs like I am. And if you stop working on making your physical products, your income often stops too. And that is exhausting, especially if you're a creator who's a little bit older. You don't necessarily want to work until 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning every single day of your life to just maintain your income. So this is where content can change absolutely everything that you do. Content keeps working long after you've made and sold the physical product. A YouTube video can make money, for instance, while you sleep. A blog post about your products can generate traffic for years. An affiliate link can continue to earn commissions long after you film the tutorial. And that's when you're going to stop thinking, how many products can I make? But you're going to start thinking about how much content can I make off of one product. All of that content is like a digital asset, and it's an actual opportunity for you to make more money. For instance, we're going to stick with the sewing business because that's what I do. So if my product, for instance, is a bag, I can make a video tutorial for it. If I make a jelly roll rug, there's a tutorial for it. If I organize my sewing room, I can make content for that. If I shop for fabric, that's content. If I'm packaging orders, there's content for that as well. And also, whenever I go to a market, of course, I've got tons of content from there. So people are not just buying the products anymore. They are buying, your inspiration, your education. They're buying for entertainment. They're buying your personality. They're buying your ideas. And that means your business can actually explode way beyond inventory. Let's say you make handmade quilts. Now you can make quilting tutorials on YouTube. You can review sewing machines. You can recommend rotary cutters. You can share your favorite brand of batting, say. You could create beginner quilting guides. You can be a show market rep. You can write creative blog posts. You can create a Pinterest business account. You could build an email list, or you could become an affiliate for all the sewing tools. You could also host classes or create downloadable PDFs of your products for patterns. So now what you see happening here is you have one craft turned into an entire media business. And that's a completely different level of business. For me personally, YouTube is my engine. Like, I work here all the time. I actually have multiple channels now. So because YouTube creates discoverability for me, People find my videos, then they find my website, they find my products, and I get sales from YouTube right for my products. They find the affiliate links that I'm sharing. So for instance, if I'm using AccuQuilt, for instance, to cut out my projects, I could get a sale of the AccuQuilt cutting system, which by the way, I recommend highly because it helps you cut your fabric with the fabric and you make more money off of the products that you sell. And then once people get to know you, like you, trust you, they're going to buy from you. And that's where it's powerful because they see you on there over and over again, right? So one of the biggest myths about YouTube as well is that YouTube can only generate AdSense income, and that's completely untrue. In fact, I monetized my second YouTube channel on day one just by promoting my book, which is From Zero to YouTuber. I will put the affiliate link, the shopping link, QR code for my book if you want to grab it. It's a system for how to start, grow, and scale your own YouTube business. And just like that, I have a product on my crafting channel that I've now told you could purchase. So you can get affiliate income. You could also get sponsorships for your YouTube channel. You could do product sales right from your YouTube channel. So you can link your Shopify store right up to your YouTube account. And then based on this book, I also have speaking opportunities now. So I teach at the local college based on my book, and I've spoken at quilt guilds. I offer consulting services plus coaching one-on-one services on my website. And I also have the book sales itself. So I wanted creators to understand that YouTube is not a standalone platform, that there's many different ways to build your business infrastructure. And this book will explain to you exactly how to start, grow, and scale your own channel. Don't worry, I don't tell my story or anything in it. I found that, when I first started YouTube, I had like 27 tabs open in my brain at any given time. And I spent years figuring out exactly how to do it and then wrote a step-by-step system to help some other people out. So, anybody could do this. I'm just a regular person from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Like if I can do this, absolutely anybody can do this. So affiliate marketing for creators is one of the, the best ways to monetize your products as well. So if you're already using, sewing machines, rotary cutters, batting, fabric, Shopify for me, cameras, microphones, Cricut supplies, all of these things can create tutorials around those. Then your tutorials, don't make them salesy, make them useful. Make them something somebody actually gets some value out and actually wants to try for themselves. So showcase, what machines you use, what batting you use, what fabric you use, what tools you use. And that curiosity is going to create opportunity for you. And affiliate marketing becomes more, way easier when you're providing like genuine education for people and not just random selling, like actual real teaching. And it's easy to do right here on YouTube, and you can do it from your phone as well. Now, I want to talk to you guys about another thing that's, completely moved my business forward, and that is having my own website. And I highly recommend having a Shopify website. Shopify connects to everything. So, you might want to start small. They have a creator-only plan that's like $7 a month where you're able to sell in person with just a small Shopify website, and you can use their checkout systems. So it's really quite affordable. But as you grow, you're going to find that you want to connect your store to other things. So you might want to connect it to Etsy. You might want to connect it to Faire. You might want to write a blog. You might want to sell your products, tutorials. You can host classes on there. And absolutely everything, every other platform connects to Shopify. And that is actually going to matter. And that's why I talk about Shopify so much. Here's the QR code if you want to start your own Shopify store now. I'm an affiliate for it. And thank you if you sign up for things that I recommend. I do earn commissions off that. So thank you for doing that. But I tell you about Shopify just because it is like the next level for selling. It can be a little bit harder to figure out when you're first, from the very first day that you're starting, you think, oh gosh, this is way too complicated. But I can assure you, I had absolutely no experience with Shopify, and now I run absolutely everything off of it. So I think what's helped me get over that confusion of, how to do it is to just focus on one thing on Shopify at a time. So start your page and load up one product. And then instead of going to work on something else, load up 10 more products, 20 more products, 30 more products until you get the hang of actually loading up your products. And if you're confused about how to do any of that, I have tutorials on my channel. There's also tons of tutorials on YouTube, and you could use something like ChatGPT to walk you through each step. Just ask it. Be like, hey, ChatGPT, I am an absolute beginner. How can I load a product onto my Shopify store? How can I write a description for this product to my Shopify store? How can I share my products over to Pinterest from my Shopify store? And it is going to walk you through each of those steps, from beginners to advanced. So I think sometimes too, when we're starting a business, we try to take on too much at once. And if we slowed down and repeated what we were actually working on until we learned it, the next time we went back to load a product up, 2 months from now or something, it would come back to you so much quicker. But I think we as creators have a habit of flipping back and forth between tasks, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we end up not being able to stick what we've learned. And that's why it seems so hard all the time. So once you combine YouTube, Pinterest, blogging, Shopify, affiliate marketing, now you're building something so much larger than just a physical product at a craft table that you have to drive to. So you're building a media brand, right? I only do 2 markets typically now, and they're the huge Christmas markets. I've stopped doing all the little summer markets entirely. They were great to get me started, but I've quickly found out that going to the bigger markets, I can create more income at the end of the year and just really focus on my content creation, which actually generates more money than my markets ever did. So here is the shift for mindset here. You're not just making crafts, you're documenting your knowledge, you're building authority, you can teach skills, you're creating entertainment, and you're building trust. And trust is incredibly valuable online, especially right now, right? Like, people are so over all the fake stuff that's happening. We just want, how do I actually do this, right? And, make yourself likable. You don't have to be perfect. I've stumbled in this video 15 times. You don't have to have expensive cameras. You don't have to have fancy studios. You just need to have your experience and then share it on the internet. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, it's too late, YouTube is saturated, nobody would watch me, I want to challenge that, because that was said years ago too. Meanwhile, new creators are still growing every single day, and the creators who win are the ones who stay consistent, keep learning, they build trust with their audience, they create useful content, and they show up regularly. That's it. That's all they're doing. It's nothing special. So you don't need millions of subscribers. If you can get 1 subscriber, it's technically impossible for you not to get 1,000 subscribers, which is what you need for, AdSense income. If you keep posting, if you keep growing, if you put out valuable content and you're consistent with it. So one thing I want you guys to take away from this video is stop building a business that only depends on selling more products. You're going to be so tired. Start building a system that has ecosystems and systems itself around what you already know. And your products can lead to tutorials, affiliate income, YouTube revenue, blog traffic, digital products, courses, speaking, consulting, heck, even a book. So if I can do this, come on, you guys, you can too. Put your biggest struggle in the comments so that I can try to figure out the next video I want to make for you guys, and stick with it. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye now.